and certainly autonomy is something we take very seriously here in DC as a means of being able to push for change. Well, I think they're very similar overall. The scope of the work is so different because of Chicago's size versus DC. Chicago has 9 times as many students and about 5 times as many schools. Thus, you can do a lot of things in Chicago and at significant scale, and it still is only a drop in the bucket. In general, here in DC first, we view autonomy mostly as being something that's granted if you reach certain levels of performance. The other school of thought is that autonomy, as I mentioned before, is an accelerant for talented people to go from a place that's not sort of high achieving yet, to use that autonomy to get there. We have an example of that with our DC3 collaborative, where we've granted a group of high-performing principals space to operate, even though their schools have not all reached high achievement levels yet. In Chicago, I think it was a bit of both. Our autonomously managed performance schools, or AMP schools, were schools that were very much like our autonomous schools here, in that they only received autonomy after they had achieved certain metrics. But with the nature of all the new schools work we did under Renaissance 2010, as a charter authorizer, we obviously gave autonomy even though there had not been performance yet. So I think both systems showed a willingness to sort of grant autonomy after metrics were gained, but also use autonomy as a means to get there. I would say in Chicago there was more willingness to go to scale with the latter, as far as giving people with sort of great ideas a chance to use the autonomy to get to a better place than here in DC. But I think there's always room for that. I think that she believes strongly, based on her work developing the impact system with Jason Camaras and her work in the Teacher Project, in the power of the individual, in the power of the principal, and the power of the teacher. And that will continue to be in the forefront of our minds all the time. I think she also believes that you can't have people at their absolute best if you're telling them what to do. The district's responsibility is to set a very clear frame of parameters. It's a box with thin walls, I would say. And then you have to have space in the middle for folks to do the how and to be artful. She believes in that. So I do think that over time you're going to see continued space in the way we have it right now for principals and teachers to be able to be creative, to feel as if their competence is being honored, and for them to be able to get different results by taking on different actions. I think autonomy is a big piece of that, and I know that she would like to use every tool at her disposal to make sure that our kids in DC have great options.